Begin each slide with the main idea. Put that on the top of your slide. You can turn the topic or subtopic into a question and answer it. And if you're not sure, go ahead and type in the question, and you can always go back and change it into a central idea later. The most important part of your notes are reading for important evidence and recording those as notes or bullets on your PowerPoint slides. Look for important facts, ideas, vocabulary, names, events, times of the events, themes, dates, again, places, and main idea or concepts. When you're writing down the vocabulary, I want you to write it in your own words. Make sure your notes or bullets cover the whole reading, not just the first paragraphs. I was recommending for today's assignment students to write 1 to 2 points, sentences for each paragraph, not for each topic.
Make sure your notes cover the whole reading and not just the first paragraphs.
Nice job, Sean. You must have at least 1 or 2 slides for each topic. So that includes your main idea, all of your notes on facts, dates, concepts, vocab, etc., and a summary. Use as many slides as you like, but you definitely need 1 to 2. Before you move on to your next topic, you must create a summary slide for each topic and subtopic you cover. If you need to, you can take a position if it's that type of topic. Otherwise, just restate your question in your position statement. Again, if it's something that you can argue a point for, you can do that. But in the readings we're doing right now, you're just restating the question and then simply elaborate on that by restating some of the well-chosen facts or statements that you read through in your notes, and always include academic and specific vocabulary and concepts to support your position. Make sure you're writing at least, I would say, 3 to 4 sentences for a summary, and keep whatever you're supporting going through the paragraph and end it with a conclusion sentence that ties it up. Nothing new. All right, I'm going to do an example with you of a slide for your notes. So I'm going to start from the chapter 3 reading we did on the Israelites. So the question was, who are the Israelites? So I could write that if I'm not sure and come back to it. Or I could rewrite it like this. The Israelites are the group of people that settled and began their kingdom in Canaan, that's Hebrew, or Canaan if you want to say it in English, in 1000 BC. They were the first monotheists and began what is today called Judaism. That would be a good start. Now, I'm going to begin by putting some of the facts and details from the reading into my notes. So the first fact that we need to include is from the first paragraph. So here we go. Canaan, as they say in Hebrew, or Canaan in English, is located along the Mediterranean in Southwest Asia. But hey, this is a PowerPoint, so we should actually also add a visual. All right, when you go to insert and you look for online pictures, these here have Creative Commons rights, which means we can legally use them. Since I am publicly sharing this PowerPoint, I'm going to make sure I use Creative Commons. So I am going to, let's see, this one looks pretty good. So here we go. Now, in order to make this smaller, we can do a few things. We can shrink it. And then look, oh no, it's covering everything. So the best tool ever is click it and then send to the back. And then your font will go over it. But the problem is it's still kind of dark. So I don't think you can do this on Chromebook, but if you're at home, you can. You go to, I'm going to do it with you. You go to, let's get everything out here. Right click, oops, wherever, we can move that in a second. So go to Format Picture and then go over here and we can change the transparency, which I use a lot when I make PowerPoint. So it's a little lighter. We can still see the map, but our font will go over it and the point is still made. So the other thing we could do is add a little arrow. So you go to insert icons and you put in arrow and there's a whole bunch. This one looks pretty good and we can point to it. So I don't want to use that design, but here we go. All right, so that's a little elaborate, but I kind of just wanted to show you how to do that. Also, I want to add to this that it is present day Israel, and it's actually the surrounding areas too. But I'm just going to put Israel since we're studying Judaism. Oops, I can't spell. Okay, so I've inserted some other stuff from the reading. The second paragraph talks about monotheism, which we've already gone over. And then we talk in the third paragraph about how it is the modern day religion, of Judaism. But we did actually already say that up there, so we don't need it there. We talked about the Abrahamic faith, so even though the reading didn't say that, I would read the reading and throw in the word Abrahamic because you guys know it, so no need to dumb me down. Abrahamic, I can't spell. Abrahamic faiths of Islam and Christianity find their roots in Judaism. Okay, so I went ahead and did some of the notes off audio. I did find later that the text did describe present-day Israel and Lebanon and Jordan as the area that is Canaan or Canaan, focused on monotheism. The Abrahamic faiths of Islam and Christianity find their roots in Judaism. Their language is Hebrew, and their religious beliefs are found in the Hebrew Bible. I talked about how it's the same as the Old Testament in Christianity, and in the Hebrew Bible are religious practices. But there's still more notes. So on the next page, I will continue. So I could just cut and paste this. Let's see if it'll work. And it didn't really. I think I'm just going to say Israelites continued. Okay, so I'm going to go through the text. It talks about Abraham, and then I'm going to take notes on that. Lots and lots of notes. And then I'm going to talk about Jacob and a bunch of notes. And then I'm going to talk about the 12 tribes. And I forgot to say, yeah, and then we're going to write for sure another whole page of notes because there's a ton there that you guys haven't studied. Then you're going to put in another slide for this one because you need a summary. So you're going to write a summary going back. Basically, we just took notes on facts, ideas, names, events, places. We at least did 1 to 2 points or sentences. You don't have to write sentences. We made sure we used the whole slide. And for the summary, we're going to restate kind of like the big picture of this. And I would say at least 2 to 3 or 4 sentences. All right, when you are all done, you can write a summary. I wrote a really detailed summary here. You can write a little bit of a shorter one, but try your best to summarize the main points. It'll help you learn the information and wrap it up nicely.